Hello and welcome! I'm Norvegicus and this is my Let's Play of Mardek. It has been a while since last I recorded a video of Mardek, been busy, but now I'm back to playing this game again. And look at our party right now. We still have Mardek and Dugan, of course, we have Mila, and we now have Zach as well. We can see that Zach is a little behind on levels, but he is going to catch up to the others very quickly because he is a very, very strong character, I have to say. But what do we have with skills? Did I even put skills on him? Let me just check these things. So we can learn M Shield for Mardek. That's very useful ability. He has mastered everything else, it seems, except for the MP plus 10%, but he is doing the Amnesia, so I'll just have to wait for that, I suppose. Dugan, though, has mastered most things. He can now have the damage soak 10 on, as well as the other stuff. That's good. He's working on evasion, which is a very good skill, and antibody and agility plus 1 as well. So I'll just leave that be for now. He doesn't really need Amnesia. No, not Amnesia. Insomnia, I'm sorry. Did I say Amnesia earlier? I meant to say Insomnia, if I said Amnesia. So Mila doesn't have the ability to have the damage soak 10 on, unfortunately. And she can't have the poison on, but I mean the M damage is more useful. This one, though, I can enable. And then she has Insomnia and Agility plus 1 as well. What about you, good sir? You have... Okay, I did put these things on him. Good. I didn't forget. Sometimes I do, but I didn't this time. Okay, let's explore this place. So this is called the Tainted Grotto, and it's full of enemies, full of loot, and there are 2 new enemy types to find here, I think. One of them we could have found in the forest, but we didn't because it's kind of rare there. It's more common here, and I think the correct way is up to the right, so I'm gonna go to the left first. Oh, it's a battle. Okay, that's all of the new enemies, actually. We have the poison bee and the balloon and the ooze. We've already mastered that, so there's no need to do that. The balloons are pretty annoying because they are very strong. He survived, unfortunately, but we can flame him. So the thing is, with the ooze, they can only be killed by either magic attacks or axes. Since we don't have axes, we don't have access to axes, and that means we have to use magic attacks on those guys. So that's why I'm doing that. Doesn't really matter who I pick. I guess I'll pick you, because, yeah, balloons are not fun to fight. I could go for the M shield, but this guy can poison me, so I'd rather not. I'd rather fight easier enemies before attempting to go for the M shield and mastering that, because I will master that, obviously, in time. There we go. Yeah, Zach is gonna get very, very strong at the end of the game. He is a very, very strong character in Chapter 2, I'd say. One of the strongest. I'd never pick Vern over Zach. Never. Okay, potions, 5 of them. Nice. Don't really need them, but, you know, if we're in a pinch, we could sell them, I guess. Because you definitely don't need that many potions. We'll get better potions. They're literally called better potions, actually, in not very long. Oh, so we have more oozes, and we have a... Is it Phage or Fadge? I still can't really, like, pick one of them. They are immune to magic, so I can't use that, but I will kill the ooze. And now it has a barrier on it as well. Lovely. And I still miss, why? Stop missing, please. Okay, so I have an idea. I could use this to my advantage. Can I even hit you? No, I can't. Okay. I have to use fire on you, or magic on you. There we go. So the Fadge isn't very strong, obviously. Can you even take a power attack? You can, okay. But maybe I'll use 10 M shields just to master that real quick. And in case you're wondering, the M shield makes it so that we can take less damage from magic attacks. You can see we have this icon right here. The icon on here that says that we have the magic shield, and different kinds of, I don't know what to call them, even different kinds of statuses give you different kinds of symbols. And you'll see more of that in the game. You can also get later another spell for Mardek that is just a regular shield that helps with physical damage as well. But this is for magic damage specifically. Well, unfortunately, I'm not able to master the M shield because I don't have enough mana. So now I'm actually out of mana for Mardek. He has 0 mana right now. So I'll just kill this and get to a crystal to restore my mana. But Mardek doesn't really need mana in order to be able to do anything in a fight anyway. So, oh, good slime jam. That's pretty rare. Don't see that too often. I should probably heal up my team using my potions. Who has the most potions? You have 15. So you can give one to Mila. I think maybe she's the only one who really needs one right now. We'll just save the others. There are some crystals we can find in this place. That was a ring of strength, wasn't it? Yes, it was. We have 4 of them now. Do we really need that many? I mean, he is still learning this, isn't he? No, he has this. That gives 1 strength. And those give 1 strength as well, so might as well just keep the pickaxe pendant. It's better because it gives defense as well. Never mind! So you will find like Ring of Strength +2 and stuff like that later. It gives you 2 strength instead of just 1. So these rings aren't the best, but they're decent for this early game, I'd say. Decent enough. So yeah, let's just keep looking for chests with loot. Could find some good loot. Oh, more antidotes. That's very good for this place because most of these enemies in here can poison you. Okay. Oh, that's another new enemy as well, isn't it? A grill. So the grills are like more, what, aggressive versions of the gruel, I guess? Yeah, we still don't have enough mana to do much for Mardek's sake, so we can't do anything with that. He is fire elemental, so I don't want to use flame on him. I can flame the balloon though, even though it has good magic defense. Can I power attack it? Yes. Good. Did more than half. He goes for stone. Alright. I don't have any magical defense reactions, unfortunately, so I'll just have to take the damage. Can I kill the grill? No, the grill now? I could. Good. Flame the balloon. Now he uses some barrier, okay. If you ask me, you should have done that before, because now it's kind of late. Another stone. Dugan is not doing so well, but I think he's gonna be fine. I think so. There we have the thatch gone. Now I can just take out the balloon, and there we are. Nice. Someone leveled up. I didn't see who it was. I just heard the music for it. Balloon juice, so that will cure you if you are numb. So the balloons can actually numb you if they hit you with certain attacks. Who leveled up? Oh, I think it was Mardek who leveled up to level 8. Okay, good. Can that help you out in any situation? No. He needs more MP, so 2 more levels until he can do that, unfortunately. Well, let's just keep on going. There is a chest or 2 in here. Is it 2 or is it 1? There are 2 chests in there. So this is the spiral thing, right? I remember this. And then there are a few more chests to the right of this cave. Oh! Oh, I should have healed Dugan. Can I give you a potion right now, maybe? Let's do that. That wasn't too much damage. Can I bubble these guys? Oh, that was effective. Didn't kill one of them, though, but did a lot of damage. Might as well just kill one of these. I don't think I'll kill the one that's the highest level, unfortunately, so better with one than none. I can finish off you. And let's just do this. He's fire, so he's resistant to air. So, you know, clean air attacks probably don't do much damage to him compared to other types of elements. Okay. let's heal Dugan up a little bit more because he is doing very poorly, as is Mardek, so I'll give the potion to both of them. There we go. It's a little bit better. We do have a load of potions, so why not? Mugworth Juice. That's the potion that Marian's used in his battle. Restores 500 HP. We don't really need that for a while yet, but we did get a new breastplate, which I think is stronger than one we have. Defense 3, defense 2. Right. So it gives 3 defense instead of 2. It's just a better version of the chainmail that we have. This one also gives 3, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, let's just put on the breastplate instead. We can just sell this. I don't think we really need it. We have 2 of them too, because Dugan had one too, but he has the banded leather right now. Can at least sell one of them. What about this one? This gives defense. Why did I put this one on? I didn't. I think I forgot. I think I took it off Vern last episode and I forgot to put it on. Oh, M damage minus 10%. That's good for Mardek, actually. I think I will do this instead then. Yeah, the breastplate just gives 3 defense, but this actually gives resist light as well. And a new skill in M damage minus 10%. Huh. That's the defense reaction for Mardek that doesn't have already. It's pretty useful. 10% is pretty high this early game. Okay, so that was it for the left side of the cave. I'll meet you on the right side. Alright, we went into a fight with some grills and Mila leveled up to level 8. Can that help us in any regard? It can give you this, so that 10% or 10 damage goes off when you are attacked by physical attacks. We can't put on this yet, but that's fine. Alright, that's good. Let's continue. Alright, so I went into a battle. I also got back to the crystal to heal. And Dugan has now mastered the agility +1, and Zach has mastered both Soul Strike and the damage plus 20%. Both very, very good. Can we do anything new for Dugan now, or no? He still has to master evasion 20% before we can take that off him. But that's fine. No problem with that. I can just wait. Yeah, he still has antibody as well. So, yep, let's just continue. So, this is the left side of the cave or the grotto. So, let's see if we can find on the left side, because there still is one more chest we haven't opened in this room. And I'm assuming it's over here. And Mardek mastered Insomnia after this battle with some balloons. That's good, because I think I can change up some things with him now. He doesn't need the cog necklace anymore, at least. What else can we give him? How about... Silver Pendant isn't really that useful. I guess it's more useful than nothing. But I'd rather have some more physical defense on him. Actually, no, he needs more magical defense, yeah. Give him the Silver Pendant. And who should have the Silver Pendant now? So you've mastered Insomnia. Have Mila Insomnia yet? She does. Okay. So everyone except for Zach has Insomnia now. That means he is next to use that so that he can have Insomnia as well. Let's give him that in place of the Ring of Agility. Even though Agility is very useful, I still think that Strength is more useful to him. There we go. Now you can learn Insomnia, and our entire team will then have an immunity to sleep. And the item I just got was, I'm pretty sure that was a Liquid Light guy. Yeah. So Liquid Light will cure you if you get blindness, which you can get. Blindness just makes it so that you can't hit with melee attacks. You can still hit with magical attacks, even if you are blind. For some reason. I mean, it's magic, so, you know. Alright, so now that I only had the Fadges left in the battle, I took the opportunity and I mastered the M shield ability for Mardek, as well as Mila mastering Flame. So now she has one of each type of element in a magic attack, which is very powerful. So now that he has mastered the M shield, can I switch it out for anything? I guess he still has to use or learn the MP plus 10%. Wait, he can do that now, can't he? Right, because I can just switch off the insomnia. I didn't even think of that. So now I can use that. MP plus 10%, so that means more mana, 10% more mana, which is very useful. As you've noticed that he doesn't have the most mana in the world. Insomnia isn't really useful in this cave anyway, so there is no reason to have it on. Yes. So you might have noticed that the enemies we're fighting in this cave, some of them, like the balloons and the oozes, especially, are users of magic attacks. So we can use this place to grind magical defense, and I will do that. So the first really official big grind of this playthrough will happen very shortly. But let's just explore the cave first. Before starting the grind, because there's no reason to start it yet. Let's just pick up everything we can before doing the grind, because there are some boss battles coming up that we have to grind for, or else you're gonna have a very bad time with those bosses, let me tell you. Alright, more chests, please. We need more loot. I think I have to go here to the left to get over here, right? It's a huge lake of acid, really. And this looks like a chest that has a weapon of some sort. Let's see what it is. It is an iron great blade. Sounds like something you can use, Mr. Dugan. Is this actually worse than the one I have? It isn't. It's better, even though it looks cooler, the one I have. This one gives barrier break as a new ability. Has 20 attack instead of just 16. That's good. Definitely worth it. You're done with this now. It's just the earth slash, right? Just gonna sell it. I usually put the things I want to sell at the bottom so I see it easily. Right, so barrier break has a cool ability, so that if the enemy uses either magical shield or just regular physical shield, then the barrier break will break the shield as well as do damage. So that's a very good attack, and it's also not a shadow attack, but a dark type attack, meaning we now have a dark type move on our team, which is pretty rare for Mardek, let me tell you. There aren't many dark type moves that you can use, unfortunately. I wish there were more. Alright, what's in this chest? Liquid light again. Okay, you can have that. Yes, there's another one of those pentagram things in here. Can't use those. We will be able to use those later in Chapter 3, but now in Chapter 2 we can't. These guys are immune to magic, so there's no need to attack them with it. Okay, he used barrier or shield. Let's use a barrier break and see how it does. There we go. Broke his barrier, so now he doesn't have it anymore. Good job, Dugan. So the barrier break is very useful on bosses that sometimes they start with some kind of shield, and you can just break the shields right away, which is very powerful. So definitely going to use that on bosses if they have the shield ability, or sometimes they cast it as well during the battle. So then we have something to take it away. Let's see if we can find some more chests. There's probably a chest down there, isn't it? Oh, more battling. Okay. Alright, so Mila isn't doing so well when it comes to mana, but luckily there is a crystal right here. So now we can heal up and continue. You don't want to go this way yet, because that's one of the boss fights. So we don't want to do that just yet. But we do want to find some more stuff around here. And if you look at the map right here, you can see that right to the left of us, there is an orange, like beige orange, whatever you want to call it, dot blinking on the map, as if there is a chest there. There isn't a chest there, but there is something in the acid right here. The Trilobite key 1. So now we can finally go through the first door in the Trilobite cave, which we will do because that is a very good place to grind, especially for levels, actually. So we will do that. Obviously, we have to take care of these guys first, but you know, after taking care of these guys, then we'll, oh, thank you for that. Then we will go into the Trilobite cave and grind in there for levels, as well as there is loot in there as well. Ooh, level 9 for Dugan. Great job, Dugan. He's leveling up fast because he's very strong and he takes out a lot of enemies. What is in this cave? In this chest, that's a hempen robe. I think that's the next robe in this series, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's 4 magic defense. That's 2. So it's double the magic defense, as well as give you more spirit, as in more magic attack, and MP, which is mana. And this one doesn't give you anything actually extra, but I still have to have Amelia be attacked 3 more times with magic attacks to master the M damage minus 10%. So I won't switch yet, and Mardek is still poisoned, right? I need to give him an antidote. There we go. Okay, how many more chests are in here? 2 more. I'm pretty sure those are down here. No, actually, they're up there, so we can't reach those yet, unfortunately. So, let's use Mardek's warp skill and warp back to the Eastern Glens. And the smartest thing to do is go back to Lake Kerr, and then go here, and then to the Eastern Glens, because then they will put you at the left side of the Eastern Glens, so you don't have to go through the entire area again, because this is where the Trilobite Cave is, right in here. Okay, I want to save, because, you know, and then let's go in here. So this is a Trilobite the Trilobite Cave, sorry. A new area in the game. This is full of very good loot and also strong enemies, especially when it comes to levels. So that's why this place is good to grind. Liquid light again, okay. But we can only go through this one room until we have the Trilobite Key 2. So these are the only 2 types of enemies in this cave. We have the Trilobites, obviously, and then we have these fish called coelacanth. Is that how you say it? Coelacanth? Not sure. One of the 2. They are weak to earth type attacks because they are water types, or water elementals, I'm sorry. So they are pretty easy to deal with as long as you have ground type or ground elemental moves. But I still want to do the barrier break to master that. Yeah, and they do magic attacks as well, but they're not too scary despite the levels. But they do give you a fair amount of EXP, so they're definitely worth fighting, that's for sure. I think the Trilobites are considered insectoids, as in the monster grouping. Oh, they give you better potions as well. They heal for 200 HP, I think, instead of just 100, as the regular potion does. Copper breastplate. So now we have 2 of them. Even though we didn't even want 1. Well, maybe I can sell one of them then. Because we do have better armor than that, just naturally. Right, more items. Looks like this might be, yes, one-way path. Liquid sound, that will heal you if you are silenced. The Trilobites can actually use some decently powerful magic attacks sometimes, but they're fairly weak as well. Money! We need that as well. 3 more chests. Maybe we can find something very useful for one of these lovely team members that we have. I can't remember where the door is, but it's hidden there somewhere. Maybe it's up here, actually. Nope, that's a chest. Level 9 for Amila. Good. Very good. I like it. Barrier break won't kill you, but I still want to do it because I want to master it, and you're so slow that I can kill you with Mardek anyway. Who cares? Splash tackle. That'll reduce my speed a little bit. Yeah, I just wanted to kill him. Level 8 for Zack. Very good. Fish scales for loot. Okay, antibody. Okay, nice. The snake stone is what gives you remove taint. Right. So what if I do this? Oh. So now Mardek can also learn the remove taint. The remove taint removes poison, curse, and zombification, I think. Those 3 in particular. So at least we can, yeah. Blindness as well. Poison, blindness, curses, and zombification from someone's body. And you only need to use it 5 times, and it's only 4 mana. That's very, very cheap to use. MP and, right, we can't have both. Well, only 1 more battle to master MP anyway. So that's fine. Iron sword, it looks like something from Mardek, actually. He hasn't had a new weapon in a while. Bronze sword. Iron Sword, 20 attack and 14. Definitely better. And you can't learn anything of those skills anyway. Those skills are both for Vern, specifically. So Mardek can't learn those. But he can learn this, damage plus 10%, which is useful. Let's just put that right on. Only 1 RP for that. He also already has the 20%, so that will stack into 30%. Sometimes it's easy to like lose your way in these places because everything is a maze. Oh, another battle. Oh, there we go. Mardek learned MP plus 10%. Let's give him the antibody instead then. Yeah. So now he can have immunity to poison. That's what the antibody does. Very useful skill. And I can't really do much more than that. I don't want to switch out anything on him because the Lapis Lily that we got gives so much more. Resists Silence, Curse, and Water, which is very good. So I don't want to like switch it out. I don't really have anything very good to switch it out with anyway. So let's just keep that on him while we do the antibody skill, or learn that. Only one more chest, and I'm pretty sure that's by the door, because we haven't found the door yet either. So there is a door, we need the Trilobite Key 2 to open. Look at that, an army of Trilobites. Aren't you supposed to be, like, extinct? Level 9 for Mardek, very, very good. And there we go, we win the battle, even though Dugan is out of mana, and Emila is looking pretty scruffy too when it comes to the mana. But there's only one more chest, that's the door right there. Don't have the key for it, but we still need to find the chest. It's probably to the left, no, to the right, I mean. I almost said right, then I switched it to left, and then I said right, because it was right. That's right. Better potion, 3 of them. And that was the last chest. Might as well just go down here and discover this little, oh, yes. As I said, might as well discover this little square that was not discovered yet on the map. So that is the entire first room of the Trilobite Cave. So now I will start grinding a little bit. I will grind some physical defense reactions, I will grind some magical defense reactions, and I will also grind some levels, and as well as some of the skills that I've not properly mastered yet. I think it's only Mardek actually that hasn't learned the action skill of Remove Taint. So I will meet you as soon as the grinding session is over, and I'll also tell you what I did during the grind and how I did it, so yeah. So I decided to go for some physical reaction skills first, because that would probably be the most tedious. I warped out of the Trilobite Cave and went back to the Southwood area. This is by far the best place in the entire game to grind physical defense reactions, simply because the enemies here are so weak they cannot even damage your party, and they can only use physical moves. The fun goblins could put you to sleep, but that isn't really an issue when you're just here to take hits anyway. I made sure to fight at least 2 enemies, ideally 3 at the same time, in order to get attacked as often as possible. I also made sure to master the Remove Taint skill on Mardek, as that's not a damaging skill. Whenever I needed to finish the battle, I let Mardek take out the enemies for him to master the damage plus 10% skill from his Iron Sword, and also Dugan for him to master his Barrier Break skill from his Iron Greatblade. The worst part about grinding defense reactions is that the game doesn't really show you a counter that tells you how many more hits you have left to take, so you have to finish the battle in order to check every time to be absolutely certain. What I do is I count each hit on each character on a note to keep track of how many hits I've taken, and I find this the most effective way to keep track instead of having to go through multiple battles or waste time by just guessing. After grinding in the forest for a little bit and bothering the local shaman in his private home, Mardek had mastered the Evasion 20% skill from the Bandit Leather and the Damage Soak 20 skill from the Spiked Leather armor that Zack originally had. Dugan also mastered the Evasion 20% skill from the Bandit Leather, as well as the Damage minus 10% skill from the Green Chainmail we stole from Vern, and the Damage Soak 20 from the Spiked Leather armor. Unfortunately, because Emila cannot use medium or heavy armor, she wasn't able to master a lot of physical defense skills that she didn't already have. But she was able to master the Damage Soak 20 skill from the Spiked Leather armor, since it is classed as a light armor. And finally, Zack mastered both the Damage Soak 20 and the Damage minus 20% skills from his Spiked Leather armor, as well as the Damage Soak 10 skill from the Pickaxe Pendant, and the Evasion 20% skill from the Bandit Leather. Through finishing battles, he also mastered the Insomnia passive skill from the Cog Necklace, so now everyone has that skill to be equipped when needed. When I was all done in Southwood, I went back to the Tainted Grotto for some magical defense reaction training. I could have chosen to do this in the Trilobite Cave, but the enemies in the Tainted Grotto are a lot more consistent when it comes to using magical attacks, as even the Trilobite enemies can whack you with their staffs from time to time instead of using magic. Now, what I did was I walked around looking for two enemies in particular, the balloons and the oozes. Those two enemies are only able to use magic attacks, and so they're perfect. The balloons are fine, but the oozes are the best since they have an attack that sometimes hits all party members, the green slime attack. The ooze is rare, so that's why I sometimes settled for the balloons instead, but whenever I met other types of enemies I wasn't looking for, I took the time to beat them for some extra experience and to train passive skills. Keep in mind that these enemies are pretty much the same level as we are at the moment, so their attacks will hurt, especially Emila, who is weak to earth elemental attacks. Sometimes I had to flee from a battle before I was done because I was about to die, but I did spend some regular potions because I had so many of them, as well as use Mardek to heal from time to time. They sometimes also poisoned me, but I had both antidotes and removed taint to take care of that. I also made sure to always be close to a healing crystal. When I was done grinding in the grotto, Mardek had mastered the M damage minus 10% skill from the green chainmail and the M fire minus 50% skill from the fire pendant. Dugan only mastered the M damage minus 10% skill from the green chainmail, but that's gonna come in handy for sure. Emila mastered the M damage minus 10% skill from her mage robe, as well as the M damage minus 20% skill from her new Hampen robe. Unfortunately, none of the other characters may wear robes, so she's the only one to learn that latter skill. Zack mastered both the M fire minus 50% skill from the fire pendant and the M damage minus 10% skill from the green chainmail. I didn't bother to master the M fire minus 50% skill on Dugan or Emila because they don't really need to master that skill in particular. Zack is weak to the fire element, so I think he should definitely master that skill. I made my way to the world map and traveled back to the Trilobite Cave to grind some levels. My goal was to get everyone to level 12, which would require a few battles even with the generous experience gained from these enemies. While running around, I also stumbled upon some leech bats, which I totally forgot you can even encounter here. They don't give as much experience, but they're easy enough to take down and they're rare anyway. If a character was falling behind on levels during the grind, I made sure to let them finish off the enemies, since that gives the most experience. Mardek and Zack both had to solo a few battles to catch up to Emila and Dugan, but by the end, they were pretty much equal in levels and experience. I also took the time to grind some passive skills, since I was going through so many battles anyway. By the end of the level grind, Mardek had mastered the antibody skill from the Snake Stone and the agility plus 1 skill from the Bandit Leather. Dugan mastered the MP plus 10% skill from the Lapis Lily for some extra mana. Emila also mastered both the antibody and MP plus 10% skills, and although Zack could use some more mana by the end of the game as well, I opted to only let him master the agility plus 1 and antibody skills for now, as mastering passive skills sometimes requires a lot of battles. At least now our entire party can be immune to both sleep and poison, as well as having the option to gain some more agility. When the grind was finished, my entire team had reached level 12, and I made my way back into the Tainted Grotto and stopped right by the healing crystal in the room where the first boss battle is. There we go, folks. We are now done with the grind, and speaking of which, I should probably check that I have every skill that I want to equipped on every character, because now I'm level 12, I can use some more RP, and stuff like that. So Mardek has both his physical attack reactions on, making it plus 30%. He can also, instead of having damage soak 10, having damage soak 20 instead. Next time we get more RP, which will be level 14, we can get the extra damage soak 10 on. But until then, damage soak 20 is better than damage soak 10, obviously. And yeah, both magical defense reactions are on. And I think I want to go for some more, or I want to go for some poison immunity for this battle coming up, and I will tell you why in a minute. Let's check Dugan. Dugan has the same thing as Mardek. Let's put this on. And yes, again, I want to have... Wait. What am I doing? Not antibody. Insomnia. I'm a goof. I meant to put insomnia, not antibody, because I want to have immunity to sleep, not poison. I'm sorry. Let's go look for stuff at Amila. She can have all of her defense reactions or physical defense reactions on. It's good, as well as her magical defense reactions on. Good, and of course I want to have insomnia on. And for Zach, yep, same thing with him. And then insomnia instead of antibody, because antibody is not gonna, well, it can help us a little bit in the battle coming up, but battle coming up can also put us to sleep, and skipping a turn because of sleep is worse than being poisoned, because I can just deal with the poison using Mardek. Let's actually save that and be on our way, because as soon as you step into this square area right here, we are going to get into a battle, or a at least a dialogue, and then we'll not be able to skip the battle. So make sure you're ready before this point. And I will recommend level 12. I will recommend grinding for defense reactions before doing this, because this battle can be a little tricky if you don't know what to do and you haven't grinded anything. So let's just go. Music changes and we meet some people. Well, we're soldiers. Who are you? This is Bartholio. Yeah, we are adventurers, heroes. We are here on an important quest to find the shaman and stop the monsters, right? Hey, what's this about the shaman and monsters? And then we have Venny, and I'm probably gonna butcher his accent, but I believe the shamans might be gone missing or something, right? And that, like, monsters are overrunning Canonia or something. Oh, okay, 9 though. We are not here for that, whatever it is. We are here for a crystal. We heard that there was one in this area. We are questing to find it. Ha, the water crystal, right? You're in the completely wrong place, you know? And then Bernard says, pretty young is right, she is. 9, the crystal is in the Canonia region, and this is the only dungeon. It must be in here. And then with the last person, Alia, saying, when are we gonna get to the crystal? Yeah, she's kinda weird. Certainly soon. We just need to get past these petty soldiers. In fact, why are we bothering to talk to them at all? We may as well talk to the ghouls. Hey, are you comparing us to random monsters? What makes you any better? We are heroes of goodness and justice, warriors of light. We quest for the crystals. I am Bartholio, strongest arm in the lands and skilled master of the blade. I'm Venny, fastest thief you ever did lay your eyes on, innit? But I have an heart of gold, oh yes I do. I'm Alia, and I'm a princess, and I like ponies and hot boys and puppies and white magic, and helping people's lol. And I'm Bernard, yeah, short and fine there. Together we are the world's saviors. That doesn't sound nearly as impressive as I'm sure you wanted it to. You mock us, soldiers? And ready your weapons, you are merely obstacles in our way, and we will get past you and to the crystal. Battle transition, fade through! Yes, we get into battle with the world saviors, the quote-unquote real protagonists of the story. And as soon as we get to the battle, Venny is gonna attack us because he's very fast and he has some very annoying attacks. Let's go. This is also one of my favorite battle themes of the game. Oh, I go gouge. That can make you blind, which is a very good thing you missed, because being blind as a physical attacker is not very good. So yeah, we have the world's saviors. Look at those levels. Bernard is the strongest by far, and then we have Venny and Barthol at level 7 and Ali at level 6. So Bernard is the strongest one when it comes to damage, but I would still recommend fighting or killing Alia first, because she is the healer. Let's look at her. She is weak against the earth element because she has a water pendant on. Alright. She's also immune to being zombified for some reason. Okay. Not that I can do that anyway, but let's just attack her, why don't we? Yeah, we're gonna get her first. She was weak against earth, so that means we can do a stone explosion on her, and that takes her out. Good, because she can hit us with shields, or her teammates with shields. Alright, so now that she's taken care of, we definitely want to take out Bernard next, and he is weak against water because he has a fire pendant. That's not very good of him. Not very smart. I don't have any water attacks on Dugan. Is he weak against earth? No, but he isn't strong against it either, so I guess that'll be my best shot. Bartholio is also pretty strong, but not compared to the others. He's not very scary at all. I don't really need to do any shields, so let's just attack Bernard, and try to get him out. I gouge. Okay, so now Mila is blind. That doesn't really matter because she can still hit with magical attacks. Blindness is worse for physical attackers. So let's just go and attack Bernard again. I might be able to take him out with the next attack. Yes, I do. It's a bad thing that I have to waste Mila's turn on 40 HP, but I guess taking out Bernard is still a good idea. There we go. He's out. And then the next person you should take out is definitely Bartholio, because if you leave him alone as the last survivor, then he will go berserk and double his strength, and then he will become pretty damn aggressive. So we should take him out next, and he is weak against Dark, and I do have Barrier Break, so let's go for that. It's not the strongest attack in the world. Power attack, he missed though. It's good. Just keep attacking him. He has a lot of health. Viper Fang, yeah, that can give you poison. And he also has a stab called Slumber Stab, I think it is, which can put you to sleep, which is the reason why I put Insomnia on. Alright. What is he good against? Earth? Okay, so anything with Earth. Let's just fire. Alright. Another Barrier Break. He's attacking. Oh, critical hit. That's fine though. And this is the reason why I want to do some defense reaction skill training. Okay, so he healed him up a little bit. That's fine. I still take him out with this flame here. There we go. With his feet up. And then Vinny is the last one. He's the least threatening, at least alone. He is very weak to fire as he has an air pendant on, which is not very smart of him because he's already air elemental. Alright. So he's very good against air, I guess. Let's just go for a power attack. There we go. Did a lot of damage. Let's go for a regular attack on Mardek. And then it's his turn. I gouge. Doesn't really matter. He's strong against air, so it's not gonna do a lot of damage, but flame is gonna kill him, so there we go. There we go. The world saviors are taken care of. Nice, and we get a lot of good loot right here. Phoenix down for you, Remedy for you, Mugworth juice, and a silver ring. Nice. You are so weak, soldiers. Just as weak as we knew you'd be. Ow, my knee hurts. How can you call us weak when you lost? We did not lose. We merely let you think you had won. Yeah, we got bored and lulled you into a false sense of victory because we are so kind and nice. But this is boring me. We can see that the crystal is not in this room, so we are off now to explore more corridors and rooms, so then we will find it. I'm certain you won't, you know. Shut up! We're leaving now. You should be honored to even have met us, for we will be the heroes who save the world from the evils that threaten it many times in the future. This is certain. We are the world saviors! Now, saviors, away! Well, if they were the heroes, does that make us not the heroes? There's a difference between thinking you're the heroes and actually being heroes. They were certainly well into their roles and knew what they should be like, but they were so corny. I'm sure we've not seen the last of them though. But let's go now. We still haven't found the shaman yet, but something tells me we're extremely close. Yes, we are. There's still 2 more chests to find. Oh, yeah, let's get into battle. You know, doing battles is still much worth it because of the extra XP, but I doubt we'll level up from these enemies in here now because we're in so much higher level than them. But yeah, that's just how it is when you're playing an RPG game. You don't want to skip battles because you don't want to skip on the XP, right? Okay, so this first chest here, or second to last, I guess, has a better potion. We already have a few of those because of the trilobites and the coelacanths. They drop them sometimes. Alright, let's go for the last chest, which is right in here, right? Yes. Right down here. This is gonna be the last chest. Oh, another battle. I guess I can just get rid of the poison by using this. I can use this outside of battle as well. It goes for healing too, actually. Oh, extra money. Okay, that was the last chest. So now we are ready to face the next boss. which is in the next room, and that is the last room of the Tainted Grotto. So now we're very close to finishing this. Alright, so this is the last room, and we have some ominous music playing, and there are no random encounters in this room, I think. So we can safely go in here. I want to check my skills, because although most of my skills can't be done anything with right now, I still want to have more MP instead of insomnia for this battle, because this boss battle can't put us asleep or give us poison, so there's no reason to have that on. Let's do that for everyone. There we go, and then you can't really do anything because you don't have the MP, but that's fine, you don't really need it. We want to save, obviously, and then face the boss. Hello? Are you the missing shaman? That I am, dear. Whoa! She's a zombie! How very observant of you, dear. Who did this to you, and is it curable? Curable? My dearie, why would I want to be cured of this dark gift? I have been granted extended powers of darkness and eternal life by the Dark Spectre, the Reaper, the Omega himself. With these powers, I am more powerful than I have ever been before. You're behind all the monsters acting like they do too, aren't you? The beasts of this region do my bidding and are taking it for me. Too long have I merely protected this region. The Reaper convinced me that I could have so much more. I could be so much more. With ease, I can rule this land, and all will do my bidding for a change. All I had to do was tell the Reaper where he could claim the most souls. Well, you're mad. I am powerful, unstoppable, unkillable. My dark power can overwhelm and destroy you. You want to stop me, don't you? The Reaper told me to destroy all who would try to stop me. I must destroy you! Oh shit. Yep, here we go. The shaman is attacking us. So this is one of those instances where using the Berserk ability is a smart thing to do to up our strength a little bit, because there's only one target. And being a zombie, she is definitely weak against fire, as most zombies are, as well as light, of course. And she doesn't have anything, any resistance to water, and she heals from dark, so let's not do that. Let's go for some flame. There we go. And then she goes for the dark gift. Yeah, so now she has both shields as well as haste, which gives her an extra turn every round. But we have barrier break to get rid of that physical shield at least. The thing is that she is gonna take, she's gonna absorb a little bit of health from this attack, but it's still worth getting rid of the shield, so let's do it. Only 65, so that's definitely worth it. We should definitely do some magical shields on our people. Let's do it for you first, because you're the healer. You need it. Dark Claw. Oof. There we go. He's attacking. And then go for some more flame. She's gonna take it more better now, because she has the shield. Dark Claw again. Alright, so power attack is probably the best thing to do. She didn't have any resistance to earth, or... yeah, Earth. No, well, 100%. Maybe she was Earth Elemental before she was zombified. Maybe that's the reason why. Let's M-Shield Emila. Dark Storm. Yeah, that's the magic attack that I'm afraid of. I got stun on Zack. That's not good, but I can survive with that, I think. Let's go. Dark Claw, she misses because of her evasion. Good, good. Power attack that bitch. Go. Okay, let's go for another M shield on... Let's do it on Zack. Why not? Oh, I missed. Fuck. Lag got me. And now Dugan is also stunned, but I haven't had that problem yet, so maybe that's not too much of a problem. Oh, she is gonna go down. The next person that attacks her is gonna kill her. Let Mardek do it, because he has the least XP out of him and Dugan. Let's go. We killed her. Nice. Yeah, she can also be pretty tricky if you haven't grinded anything up until this point. So she's actually stronger than the World Saviors, I'd say. No! That'll show you for learning to teach mess metal with me, us, yeah. I think I may have dire news. What? The Reaper that shaman spoke of, the personification of death on this world, is a dark cloaked figure that wields a scythe, correct? It's called the Ever Reaper, or just the Reaper, and the shaman said that she was contacted by this Reaper personally. Now, you could dismiss this as madness, but I don't believe that to be so. I believe it to be much worse, and I believe the zombified state of the woman made this clear. I believe that the Reaper she referred to was one of my race, my order, one of the Anunnaki, the governance the Magi, so my suspicions from earlier proved true. This is most unfortunate. Because they're out to kill you? Yes, most certainly, and this threatens us both, but I'm afraid that the governance the Magi would never stop at just that. From the look of it, they've sent Mardek, the necromancer, and the violet crystal seemed to affect him majorly. It made him covetous of power, and it wouldn't at all surprise me if he's using this little mission to gain some of it. Your world of Belfan is weak compared to the power he already wields. He could feasibly conquer it quicker than you'd like to believe, and he would too, seems he's trying to actually. I'd guess that he asked the shaman about the nearest populated place, so that he could go there and raise as many undead servants as possible. He zombified the shaman so that he could essentially use her to control this area, probably. Mardek is predictable. But what are we supposed to do? I'm pretty certain that Mardek would have gone to Goznor from the sound of it, and this is bad. Very bad. He didn't seem to be there when we last were, but chances are he's there by now. We need to head there and fast. Well, let's stop delaying and go now then. Yes, come on, to Goznor. Wait, who was that just talking then? It didn't sound like Mardek. We can explain all that later. For now, we need to go to Goznor. Yeah, so then you're just forced into the world map, and you can see there's a dark shadow over Goznor there. But before we go there, we want to go back to the Tainted Grotto and actually into the room where we fought the shaman, because there is a secret item there. So I'll just meet you by the shaman, or where the shaman was. We are now back into the room where the shaman was. The ominous music is gone, and if you look at the map, you can see there is a chest in this room. And there's also this pentagram thing we can't do anything with, but the chest is actually the skeleton right here. So if we click it, we can get a Geo Jacket, and the Geo Jacket is pretty nice. I'm not going to use it right now, but it is a jacket that gives you a passive ability to resist Earth, just in general. Give you a, I think it's a 50% resistance to Earth, both physical and magical, but it also takes 50 battles. It also gives you more vitality, more HP, and absorb Earth 20%, but it doesn't give you any defense, either magical or physical. So that's why I don't want to put it on right now, but we will use that later to get some Earth resistance, definitely. But now we had that, oh, lag. We can warp out of here, because there's nothing left to find here, and we will go back to Goznor, as we were instructed to do. Let's just, these guys are supposed to guard this area. What do you have to say for yourself? Some zombies passed through here a while ago. That was interesting. I'll have to write about it in my diary when I get home. Wait, you're supposed to guard this area. What? Zombies? No, I didn't see zombies. Well, not many anyway. Just a few. Well, a fair few, but I've seen more before. Honestly, I have. Honest. Stop looking at me like that. I'm doing my job. Gods, you're like my mother with those scathing eyes of withering judgment. Yeah, I'm judging you because you didn't do your job. Useless guards. So Goznor is now infested with zombies, and we're going to have to take care of those zombies, but that will be in the next episode. The zombie is already walking all over me. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Mardek, and I really hope you want to join me in the next episode as we defeat the zombies and see what's up with this Mardek guy, where he's at and all that. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, have a great day, and bye-bye for now. So I decided to go for some physical reaction skills first, because that would the fun goblins could put you to sleep, but that isn't really an issue when you're just here to take hits anyway. She wasn't able to master a lot of physical defense skills that she didn't. If a Mardek and Zack both had the I also took the time to grind some passive skills since I was going through. The worst part about grinding defense reactions is that